Yeah. Okay, so last time we did the keyframing. So on this one I just have, I have the Weber moving, the Weber's kind of zooming in. Just a quick recap, we'll make high move real quick. I'm going to shrink this down so that we can see it. I'm going to have high kind of slide off the screen. Make sure your clip is selected. Bring it to the beginning. Make sure you're on text. Make sure you're on the right text. So this one says high, that's what I want. I'm going to twirl that down. Scroll down. You're going to find, I'm going to turn on position and scale, the keyframes for that. So that's going to put it in memory. I haven't done anything to my location yet. So I'm going to move this out of the way. Okay, so that's my beginning position. And it's going to put it into memory. So then I just go into my, down a little bit. This is going to be my ending position. So now I'm just going to slide this back in. And that is going to be my ending position. So now when I go back and forth, you'll see that's going to move. Okay, a couple things that you can do with this too. Remember, you can delete these. I can slide them to make, if I make it closer, that means it's going to move faster. I can right click on it, I can clear it. I also have these little guys right here. This snaps, these arrows will snap, come on, to each of the different keyframes. Okay, now this didn't give me a scale keyframe because I didn't do anything with the scale. If I go back to the beginning, and if I make this a little bit smaller, and if I go back to this one, and then I bring it back up to size, that's going to give me that extra keyframe. Makes sense how that works? Now let me show you a trick too. On this high right here, because I've got a straight line, if you're clicked off of it, you don't see the bounding box or the path. This is the path that it's going to travel. This is kind of cool. Along the path, you'll see two little dark dots. They're just tiny. If I grab one of those dots, I can pull that path out, and I can curve that. So now that, come on, I can't get it. Let me increase that just a little bit. I can't get that. There it is. So then I could take that path. You're not going to see it much on, because it doesn't go in that far. But so now that, when I scrub, let me pull it out here too a little bit, stretch it out. So now that's going to follow that. See how that follows that path? Okay. But if you don't have it selected, you're not going to see it. Another thing too that I was going to show you real quick is on school. If I want to do the rotation on that, make sure it's selected, go to the beginning, the text, I'm going to scroll down. This time I'm going to do rotation. I just want to show you real quick too. I'm going to do position, scale, and rotation. So on my position, I'm going to make this great big. Actually, my scale, I'm going to make it great big. Now on my rotation, remember when I started to rotate, it wanted to, see how it rotates on that, on the anchor point? Yeah. So we're going to move that anchor point. Actually, let me pull this scale back down so we can see it. Because I want to move that. So where the anchor point is, when I click on school, that's my anchor point right there. So it's kind of on the corner. This over here is my anchor point. So I can move, if I click and hold and move, that's going to move that anchor point. And I would do this first before you start messing with your keyframes. Oh, I lost my anchor point. So that's, I'm just going to move that so it puts my, does that make sense? So it puts my graphic, that anchor point right in the middle. And it doesn't really move the anchor point, it moves the graphic. And then I just need to move my graphic. It's stuck there now, so that's where it's going to spin. So then now I can add my keyframing. So if I scale that back up again, that's my beginning point. I'm going to come down farther. Then I'm going to scale that down. My rotation's messed up because we'll do like a 10 times rotation. So we're going to have it spin a bunch of times. And then go into, we wanted to go about right there. Okay, so that gave me 3 different keyframes right there, but it's going to spin, because my anchor point's on the middle, it's going to spin a little bit nicer. It's not going to spin on where the S is at. Okay, and it gave me 3 keyframes. And again, if that's going too slow, which it is, I can highlight all of these, drag them in, and now that'll come cruising. come cruising in. Okay, Gail, that works? Okay, just some tips and things that you can do as you're starting to do your keyframes. Remember, just beginning point, make your changes, turn on your keyframes, go down to the ending point, put where you want it to end. It's just as easy as that. Okay.